Who's ready for Talk That Talk? Talk That Tony. What's up?
I will do what I want, when I want, how I want. Just keep it real. Like what? Everybody should chase their dreams. Life's what you make it. You are yourself first.
Good morning. Hi. Welcome to Talk That Tony. I still don't know how I feel about the intro. It's a work in progress. Welcome to Talk That Tony, where we talk that talk. I'm your host, Tony, so let's talk. I really wish I had that thick accent sometimes, like my family does. I feel like I do sometimes, and I feel like accents, and a lot of times also with accents, people are like, what accents? Because to them it's not an accent when they have an accent, but when they're around, when people who don't have any of that, like different accents, or around people with like other accents, they're like, oh my god, you sound like different. And you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have an accent. Anyway, I would say mine comes out when I'm mad. Like, of course, I think anybody's comes out when they're mad. I mean, hello. Anyway, welcome. This is, I'm hanging out here with my cup of coffee, my second cup of coffee, so I think that's how you know it's gonna be a hyper video, which I always think make for the best talk videos. Drinking some of this zero sugar cream, and I'm like, ugh, tastes like garbage, but it's whatever. Hope everybody's well today. I'm doing good. Trying to be good. I've been feeling a little insecure these last few weeks. I'm just got my haircut yesterday, so that was definitely a confidence boost. I'm trying to grow my hair out on top again. I did really short, and it was for the most part, it was like perfect at first. I didn't have to fix my hair and mess with it, and then I'm like, now I just needed to grow back out, because the way it's just growing, my hair grows in like 5 different directions, and it just grows at different lengths, and I'm just like, oh my god. And my hair is, if you know me, my hair has always been a project. Between product, fixing it, I talked about how sometimes on top it doesn't look even in certain spots. Like, even if I look up like this, it just, anyway. And I think now it's just because it's not long enough. So I'm going to try to grow it out. Had thoughts about dyeing it again for fall, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm getting there, I'm starting to work out again. I kind of lost my motivation for a while, so I'm slowly trying to get that to work out again. I just feel like, I've got like a little tubby tub. And so I'm working out, trying to eat better. I think what it is too, I eat bread every day. I've been eating bread every day. I bring like a sandwich to lunch. So I'm like, maybe I need to stop eating bread, because they say bread's not good for you all the time, or like carbs or whatever. Bread and white, I eat whatever. Anyways, it's just like woe is me issues, I'm sure. But I was the type in school where I wanted to be like thin, so I'd starve myself. Like I wanted to look good, and my metabolism was always good already as it is, but I wanted to like maintain, that's just who I was. I was like, skinny bitch or us. And now I'm just trying to, I would like to be skinny, but like bulky, like in a way. Like I want like the waist to be good still, but everything else be big, so. The legs are getting there, the butt's getting there. I need the chest to get there, and I need the arms to get there. I need the waist to stay small. That's where I'm at. Those are my kind of problems right now that I'm having, which are really worse problems out there, but here I am. It's enough to get me going, So everybody's got different kind of problems, Anyways, oh, my mental health. Oh my god, isn't it fun? Speaking of mental health, today's video, I thought I would talk about, I have these books. So my mental health, and it goes with mental health. Today's video is going to be a little bit of mental health related, plus I'm going to be answering some questions that are in these books, and I feel like they're important for you to ask yourself as well, for like down the road. And just because you have, one thing I've learned in the recent years, just because things are good like now, you have to kind of maintain that, if that makes sense. And I've learned that in the last 2 years recently. Like 2 years ago, like, okay, before 2 years ago, before that, let's just timeline. 2020 was like one of the best years of my life. Everything came together. Before 2020, my life went to shit, mentally, emotionally. Just going through some things. So I kind of had to learn. I had to find myself again. I had to love myself again. I had to pretty much find the beliefs that I once had and be like, okay, and once you find them, bitch, we're never going away again, right? So I did all that. I did it. And it's different for everybody. Everybody's got a different pace. Everybody finds themselves at different times than others. Everybody's mental health is different. There's always a different thing. So 2020, everything just came together one by one. Everything, like all the dots were connecting. All my I's were dotted. All my T's were crossed. Like everything was like perfect. And then after that, everything went to shit once again. So I'm like, okay. So you have to really think about yourself a little bit. People always will say, don't blame yourself. I think there, to an extent, you have to look at yourself. Like, what are you doing? Like, what? Because it goes back to you. It's your life. Your life is the one that's going to shit. So what is it about you? You look at other people, you look at situations, you look at your job, your family, relationships, like surroundings. You look at every single thing. You analyze. Sometimes you overanalyze, you overthink. And, you know, that can be a thing, too. So you have to kind of, it's all about finding that healthy balance between everything. And it's much easier said than done. But, like, I promise, once you, like, get over, like, the hump of things, I feel like it's a lot easier. But that's just me. I'm not perfect. I'm not, like, an expert on this stuff. But I feel like over the years, I've really been that one to try to really understand. It's a blessing and a curse, but I feel like it's really been good for me to find all these understandings and things. And now I've gotten to a place in that where I don't overthink to the point where I'm like depressed for the most part. Anyway, so everyone's mental health is different. A debatable direction of that, I'm seeing a lot of people, it's okay, it's a very touchy subject. And I feel like a lot of people in the older generations, like our parents, don't understand mental health in a way that they're very old fashioned where, and not just them, but there are people also who pretty much call like today softies and pussies and like, oh my God, get up and dust yourself off. My parents would be like, I feel like my parents would be like, we didn't have these issues growing up. We just kept doing it. We just got up and it was fine. Like today, everybody's like, my mental health. Oh my God, I need a mental health day. Oh my God, my mental health. I'm exhausted. I can't work today. My mental health. I can't do this. My mental health. It seems like some people could see where like to me too, in a way, for me personally, I don't want to keep using mental health as, I don't want to call it an excuse. It feels like mental health can be used as an excuse or a pass to not do something that's important. Yes, mental health, you can't do something because you're exhausted. Okay, great. Now what do you do about it? You know, does that make sense? I'm not, oh, that sounds bad. Like, I'm not trying to like knock it or anything. But for me personally, I don't want to keep saying my mental health, because I've done that before. Like my mental health. I can't do this because I'm exhausted. Cool. So you don't do something because you're exhausted. Now what do? Do you just lay in bed all day? No. You got to find things to do to get it going, to like get things functioning and moving again. So that way it doesn't happen again. And I understand mental health is not a one and done thing. It's like an everyday rest of your life thing where people just kind of cope with it, or it's nothing you can beat ever. It's nothing you can be like, I'm healed, I'm fine. Like, cause like I've learned you have to maintain it or it will go to shit again. And sometimes it just does. So it's very touchy because it's different for everybody. So I'm not one to judge anybody's mental health. I've learned that in recent years. Who am I to judge? Everybody's got their different story, different mental health, different journeys, different pace, different this, that, But me personally, I've been thinking a lot lately about like, Am I really my mental health, or am I using it as a crutch now at what point do I do something more about it? I feel like there's always room for improvement. There's always room to do more. Does that make sense? And what I was talking about earlier, like with the older generation, I feel like, and I see comments, I'm always one to look at comments on everything. It doesn't matter what it is, because I'm interested to see what other people are thinking. They're so 50-50. Everyone's supportive or everyone's against it in a way. And people argue, it's just the norm. So I'm always reading like people, and it looks like the manly men mostly. They're like, oh my God, pussies, people are too soft, everybody gets too offended at everything. But you'll see like the older generation people, or like the manly men, like, oh my God, these bitches need to just, get up, duh, like everybody's so soft and sensitive, and oh my God, like we didn't my father just beat my ass and I got up and did it, like, they have like that mentality of like, and of course they didn't talk about mental health growing, like I'm sure back then as much. Like it wasn't like that. It wasn't like it is today where everything is mental health. They probably were just like, their parents probably beat them to get up and, dust yourself off and keep going. Today, that's not how it works. So that's why I say, like, I feel like yeah, people don't understand, but at the same time, I think people overly understand. They use it as a crutch and I don't know if I sound hypocritical right now. I'm not one to judge, yet I'm judging somebody who I know can do better in life. But then again, maybe I don't know. Who am I to judge? I guess that's me judging. Like, there are people that I know that can do better, but that are not. But they just keep saying my mental health, mental health, mental health. Cool. And then I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess you don't always have to post everything so people can know that you're trying to heal. I'm thinking, what are you doing to heal? Because you're not healing. You're not. You just did it. But my mental health, right? That makes sense. I feel like it's very touchy. Okay. Anyway, the point of this video was not for that. I guess I sidetrack. We're gonna talk about these books for mental health. Anyway, it's always good intention. So these books, something I should have been doing. I've been kind of like I've said before, my motivation's been crap lately. I've been having a hard time with some things. Well, I always do, but like these books have helped me at some point, and I've just stopped. Honestly, I forget about them. You can buy these anywhere. These are from Five Below, so they're like $5. But I feel like they really get you thinking a lot. You write down answers. It's like questions, scenarios. You can see how much I've done. This one's The Inner Me. This one is This Is Me, 1001 Questions to Learn More About Yourself. And a 5-year question a day memory journal, which I wanted to do this one bad, but I forgot. I did it for like a little bit and I stopped and I just forgot about it. But things like this, I think really jog memories a little bit. It kind of gets you thinking. It's like therapy in a book in a way. And it kind of gets you thinking about your mental health, and it gets you thinking, okay, it kind of pushes for that improvement that I was talking about earlier. Before I sidetracked way into mental health as an excuse, which me personally, I'm working on that because I don't want to keep using that as an excuse. But so let's read the books then. So I'm going to go through just a couple of these questions and what I think is important about them and how I feel like it could help mental health. And well, who am I, right? Mental health. I'm not like a licensed, therapist for mental health, but I like to push people, clearly, and insert myself in situations where I don't belong. But it's all with good intention. I'm somebody that tries to, I guess I can be a fixer, a people pleaser. Is that really a fixer though? Someone that tries to understand and try to heal somebody when it's not my business, when I need to focus on myself. Oh, that's a whole other situation. But anyway, let's start with Inner Me. Whew. Inner Me, a journal to connect with yourself, discover what brings you true happiness. And you have to be honest with these. I will be honest. There are some questions in here I purposely did not answer because I don't know who's going to read this book. And I don't want people reading my business and people getting butthurt. So there are questions in here that I purposely avoided. So take my advice. Don't do what I'm doing. Be honest. Be truthful. Don't be afraid to write something because of what somebody might see or think. First of all, books like this should not even be seen by anybody. This is like a diary kind of thing. This is like your private thoughts, your one-on-one with yourself, these books. So I would recommend don't show anybody. You can always tell someone about things, but don't show the word for word. Not even a best friend, a parent. You and yourself only can see this. Okay? Okay. What have you given up on that you would like to pursue again? So now okay. What have you given up on that you'd like to pursue again? So now, to me, what I thought automatically is why? Why did I even give up on it? Very easy to say, my mental health, my motivation. I've gone through a lot of stuff in life recently where I'm like, I don't feel like I don't want to do anything. And then I think, well, force yourself to do it, but it's hard when you're just not there. So then you think, okay, how do I get there? And I think getting yourself there is going to be just forcing you to do it, but it has to come naturally at the same time, if that makes sense. Like me, I can naturally go do a video if I want to, but if you telling me to do a video, I just can't do that. That's like, I have to do it on my own pace. It's weird to explain. So me personally, what have I given up on that I like to pursue again? Probably my photography. Content wise, my music videos, my skits, things that I used to do back in my prime years that just gave life so much meaning to me, like things that really have helped me through the years would be that. And I wonder if I'm going to remember any of that, and I write this like in years and I'm like, oh, and I write a completely different answer. That would be me. Anyway, okay. Have you been tamed? Describe why or why not. Define that. Have I been tamed? Like, is somebody controlling me? Like that's my assumption. I feel like I definitely have been tamed. I feel like I've always done a lot for other people and not myself, because when I express what I want to do for myself, it's selfish, or like I'm such a bitch, or you need to think about other people and not just yourself. And that's just the problem. I've thought about people for too long at this point. So me personally, I'm like, yes, I feel like I've been tamed for that reason. Like I just, and as I get older, I started learning how I want to start leaving the nest and doing more things myself and not having to come back to anybody or like, family and just like hear about anything from anybody. I want to be able to do what I please. There's so many people that do all that and like life's perfect for them. Like that's what I feel like that's really what I need to do, and just not worry about anybody else. But can't be like that, I wish I was strong enough to tell everyone to F off and be like, bye. You don't like it? Cry about it. Can I get you a Kleenex? Like, I wish I could be that person. I'm just not there yet. I'm just not strong enough to do that yet. One day I'm going to be that bitch. I will. And let me tell you, it's coming. Do you consider yourself artistic? So now think about me personally. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hello, like almost 15 years now I've been artistic. And that just, if you would say no, maybe that is something you could think about that you could do as an outlet, as a way to, find a hobby, a passion that you may not have thought about that might be good for you, for your future, for a career, and get you out of whatever you're going through that might be hard. You could really learn yourself through artistic outlets. You could learn just how creative you could be, how just expressive you can be, how better or like lifted you could feel from any issues if you just considered being artistic. Not painting either. Like we're not talking like paint artist, like art. We're talking about like photography, videos, theater, writing, art if you want, paint, sketching, planting. I mean, you can plant, like you can get art involved with plants and like people plant pictures. You go to Disney World and you see Mickey Mouse's head in plants. Like, hello, like art, like that kind of thing. You could be artistic with hair, fashion, like, there's so many different things. So, does that make sense? Okay. If you were to design your dream day, what would it be like? And I wrote stuff down, but I don't even need to read you what I write, because it would be the exact same thing. I wake up, it's just me, I do my workouts, I'll do my walks, I'll do videos, pictures, go out shopping, go to the city, meet out with some friends, have some drinks, do more content, come home, take a nap, wake up, do more content, and it's just me, and just or other days I'd be traveling and just be doing my own thing, not have to worry about coming back to anything, like oh my god, my perfect day. And it just brings me so much joy when I talk about, like, just doing things like that. Oh, my... Like, that's my happiness. Like, honestly, oh, my God. Okay. Next, we're going to go on to another book. I feel like this is going to get me in trouble, this whole video. Let's talk about This Is Me. Okay. Pretty much the same thing, but they're just more like short answers, I guess it requires. This one gave you, like, a whole page to write down everything. And sometimes it's best to just get a blank canvas and just write all of your thoughts and things. Like, that's why I like writing. It's just, you've got a blank canvas, even if it doesn't make sense, like boom, like just write words, do words and go from there, okay. Boom. Do you always need to be in control? I mean, yes, I feel like absolutely I need to be in control. Because I feel like for so long I had not been in control, because when I do try to gain a little bit of control, it's taken away. So I'm like, yes, at this point in my life, I need to be in control. Like I'm gonna make you my bitch. How about that? Next. What was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon? And some things like that can kind of be just, it brings you back to like an old memory. Like just little things like that you may not think is like, why, what? It's important. You know, to me, like I remember Saturday mornings. I was watching, I think it was the Baby Looney Tunes and like Pup Named Scooby-Doo. Or like, you know, as I got older, they would show That's So Raven on, I forget what channel it was on. It was like, and it wasn't on Disney Channel, though. They played it on another channel. It was, like, on Saturday mornings. But definitely, like, Baby Looney Tunes, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. Like, back in the day. Things like that just kind of bring you back. And I understand, too, you have to think about not everybody's had that either. People had rough childhoods. Maybe they couldn't, like, watch a TV channel on a Saturday morning because they were, like, in survival mode. Like, there are so many different, like, factors. And, like I said, there's so many. I personally think about all of the different possible factors, like, oh, someone like me who is more fortunate to have that opportunity, and some people may not have had that opportunity. They may have, you know, been beaten on a Saturday morning before TV, or, you know, they didn't have TV, or they were homeless. I think about all the different possible scenarios, so I can see where a question like that might, like, trigger somebody in a way, like, well, I didn't have that. Kind of maybe reword the question then, like, what's your favorite TV show? If you, at some point, you had to watch TV, or what did you watch? You know, or what kind of cartoon did, like, kind of revise the question and somehow get, like, you can, I feel like, improve in that sense, if that makes sense. Anyway. I think about all the situations. I think about the people who've had it good and people who've not had it so good. Because you have to think about other people. You have, in that sense, you have to be like, not everyone's had what you've had. People have it worse than you. People still have it worse than you. People have it better than you even. Like, you just, I feel like I'm in the middle. So you have to just kind of think about stuff like that. Okay. Do you consider yourself a straight shooter? Yeah. Do you like the spotlight? Yeah. Kind of. Are you someone who enjoys traveling? Absolutely. Do you love yourself? Who are you asking? Do you believe people fall in love? I do, but at the same time, love sucks. Love's not enough. Let me not even go there. Do you consider yourself self-confident? Absolutely. Who are you asking? Do you have a second home? New York? I mean, this has more simple questions, but also enough to make you think as well. The final book I'm going to talk about, because this video is turning to be a year long. 5 years. The way this works, you have the same question, and every year you ask yourself that question to see if you've changed, if you've grown. That's how I'm taking it. This is something more I forgot to do. Whoops. So we may start this in January again. But let's just do this. Okay. Do you prefer a sexy, fun, or scary costume? And I guess you have to answer yourself that same question every year. Maybe you feel more skanky this year, but next year you're going to be sophisticated. People change. Me, I prefer a sexy outfit if I had the body for it. I'm like, do you judge people based off of a first impression? Yes and no. To me, I am that first impression is the impression, but I understand that people maybe going through something that day, or like they change for the better or the worse, or I'm more of a person who I'm going to be very quiet when I meet you. In general, I'm that person who's loud and obnoxious online, but when you meet me in person, or, you know, if I'm out and about, like, I'm going to be quiet. That's just how I am. But really, I'm just reading people up and down too. If I'm new, if I meet somebody new, I'm really going to just be reading you, and I'm trying to get the vibe. And I've always been good with that. I feel like I've learned that in high school. You know, you dealing with the people who don't like you, and you just stay quiet. That, and you just don't want to be that person to say and give any of the ammo that they need and want from you, so they can use that to get you, you know? So I was like, I stayed quiet. I read a bitch up and down. I knew, like, okay, I'm not effing with you. So, you know, anyway. What are your biggest upcoming plans? Honestly, honey, do my own thing, move to New York City, you know, that that's like, I got plans to live my best life. Honestly, I feel like I've just lived too long restricted, and I'm just like, you know, it's time to just break free of everything, do my thing. Plans unrealistic, honestly, but we'll see. It's a dream. We keep dreams, right? I'll never stop believing in my dreams. How are you growing as a person? Oh, that's a big question. My latest daydream is always about how my life could and will be if I manifest the life that I want. I always daydream about like the life I could have, and how like the thoughts just bring so much joy to me. It's like the realest joy that I've got is when I daydream. But I see myself living my best life like those people on Instagram. Cause I just believe I'm that person. I just believe I'm that person who, you know, up there with the others people. I'm just trying to find my way to that. And, you know, anybody can be successful like that. You just need to know how to be humble and find yourself, balance it all out, and, you know, not let it get to your head. And I feel like I've done that before. I can do it again. So anyway, so these are some really good books. They have different kinds of as well, not just these. You can get these anywhere, any store, but they're cheaper as, actually, no, I didn't get these I got this one at Five Below. These I got at Barnes & Noble. They were $8. I remember getting them it was like an $8 table when I bought them. These are really good for finding yourself, like, kind of soul searching, digging, like, if you don't know where to start, I feel like in any kind of journey, like, get a book, get one of these books, and let the book find you, like, let the book get you thinking. And I feel like you'll be fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, talk video. Today's Talk That Tony about mental health. And hopefully it gets you, hi doggies, hi Pepper. Hopefully it gets you, hopefully this video can get you thinking a little bit about like what you need to do and what you would like to accomplish. Think about your wants and needs. What do you want in life? What do you need in life? Make some plans. Then make a list. Talk to somebody. Talk to your damn self. I mean, hello. Get a book here and or just go on your notepad. Get a piece of paper. Just write stuff. Like, do what you got to do. Do what works for you. I am by all means not a expert at this. I talk from experience and also outside looking in on other people's situations, and I try my best, always with good intention. I don't ever mean to offend or, you know, but I guess I consider myself a straight shooter in that sense. Like, like harsh truth, like truth hurts. And I feel like you need to accept that before moving on. So accept the fact that I am a straight shooter, that I will tell you how it is. I will tell you, you need to get your life together. I know I need to get my life together. So that's why I say it. Because people are very easy to be like, get your life together before you come for me. I will always acknowledge the fact that I have to get my life together just as much, if not more. Okay? Oops. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next Talk That Tony. Bye!